Good morning, guys. Thank you to all my friends that are joining me here today. I hope you all have a good day. Last night at 9:54, almost 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or 11:54, almost midnight Central Daylight Time, there was an earthquake there at Lake Davis that originally USGS said was a magnitude 2.6. They revised it, downgraded it to a magnitude 2.5. Intensity level 3. Intensity level 3 means it was felt quite noticeably indoors, especially those on upper floors of buildings. Now, this is a remote area. Many people do not recognize it as an earthquake. Standing automobiles may rock slightly. Vibration like a passing truck. It says duration estimated. Using Google Earth, here's the location of that earthquake. Here you see North Walker Lane, like I've talked about Walker Lane before. One day, San Andreas Fault will be no longer, and the Walker Lane will be the dominant earthquake fault zone. Walker Lane takes up about 25% of the energy that's stored along the west coast. So let's zoom in a little bit. Here's the location of that earthquake. Here's Lake Davis. This is the monitor that I am using right there. There's other earthquakes that they have not reported. Yeah, surprise, surprise. Here's the spectrogram of that earthquake as it came in, and it actually was a magnitude 2.68. You can see it there at the bottom. 2.68, and they downgraded it to a 2.5, and more than likely because there wasn't that many reports of this earthquake sent into the Did You Feel It USGS. Yeah, look at that. We had a quick popping, and then it just rattled on for a while. Prior to this earthquake and a few others, I want you to look at this stream view that I downloaded, that I got the data from. This is what they call tectonic earthquakes. This is when the continents are moving. You can see we got 3 different boom, boom, boom of the movement of the continents. You can see here we got 3 earthquakes. They are only reporting 1. This here is the program that I am using to download this information. And here is another earthquake marked in red that USGS is not reporting at 10:23 and 55 seconds about. It's a very small one. You can see it brought up some hot gases. Within this area in the last week, USGS is reporting 27 earthquakes. And we got Lake Tahoe down here, and there's a bunch up over here between Reno and Truckee. And yeah, you can see there's nothing being reported for that time frame. I've talked about in the past what's going on here. We got the Juan de Fuca plate subducting underneath the North American plate, and the southern edge of the subduction is down over here somewhere. That's why they've been having so many earthquakes, and you can see the line. You can actually probably visualize what's been going on. Yeah, and there's been that earthquake swarm. I reported about that. Yeah, Walker, California. Here on the focal mechanism ball, you can see we got tension spreading, going both east and west. The fault line dipped going towards the south, a little southeast. Going back to this earthquake, let me show you. I don't know where it occurred. They're not reporting. It's got, yeah, a real long duration of shaking. It comes in as a magnitude 1.1. It very well could have been much larger, but look at that. They are not reporting it, so I don't know, but it does not. Let me go back to the signature. Yeah, it doesn't have a long P wave on it. There's several more marked in red. Right there. 5:45. 30 seconds. 5:45 and 5 seconds. Trying to see where they're at. Yeah, it just really shook for a while there. Let's go to the beginning of it, 5:45. Yeah, they're not reporting that. The only thing I could find on EMSC was a 3.8. That was Northern California. That was near Ukiah. I used to live in that area, Talmadge. We got Clear Lake over here, and then, yeah, Ukiah right there. So I doubt if that is what's showing up on this monitor. That was at 5:44 Universal Time. You can see the heat and the gases that came up during that time. And we got another little one here at 8:30 Universal Time. Yeah, let's make that bigger. Kind of looks like harmonic tremors. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's probably tectonic. I wanted to jump up over here at 54 minutes after midnight Universal Time. Yeah, and you know when you have areas where plates collide, the ring of fire, you often have magma. And look at this. Yeah, there was a thickening of the lines here, and I thought, well, I'll check it out and see what's going on here. Now, this comes from the top. That could indicate a rock slide, whatever. But it came from the surface. That was a surface event. And then this here is melt. You guys should know what that is. Pockets of melted rock. Yeah, a little concerning. But then there was another earthquake right there at 22:29. That would have been yesterday, Universal Time. And that one is not being reported. Oh my goodness. That one, let me bring it down for you. That one comes in as a 1.82. They actually had two focal mechanism balls for this earthquake. That was one. And then the other one, which is this, which shows you strike slip. But they decided to post that one for whatever reason. But I have noticed of late that there's been a lot of earthquakes, which shows the movement of the continents. And this is just another one of them. As I said, this is an area where the Juan de Fuca plate, a portion of that ancient plate, is subducting underneath here. And that's why we're having all these earthquakes in this location. Yeah, going all the way down here to Lake Tahoe. And this area right through here. 219 earthquakes within the last week alone. In the past month, there's been 36 with a magnitude 2.5 or greater. The largest being a magnitude 4.4. I covered that too, and I talked about how we got the fault line that looks like it's splitting. I remember back on July 8th, there was a magnitude 6.0 earthquake. And we got a 5.0. Lots of 4.6s. And yeah, this is another area that I noticed that there was spreading. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me go to the moment tensor ball for that one. There you go. Just one example. And let's go to this one here. Looks like they changed the moment tensor ball. It is a thrust earthquake, though. This was a thrust earthquake last month. They had it on the 31st. See, we got straight up. But anyways, that's all I have for you right now. If you have any thoughts or comments or questions, please put it down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, let's do this one real quick. There you go. Yeah, another thrust earthquake. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you.